Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I am back on the day I say I'm going to be back. It's a miracle. I'm trying this new camera today and I'm sure I'm breaking a bunch of rules for filming and stuff. I don't know, I have a bunch of film major friends, so I'm sure I'm just gonna get chewed out by all of them for breaking like the 180-degree rule or like foleying. I have no idea what any of that means. It's just words that they tend to throw around and I'm like, backtacking and green lines, cool, awesome. Anyways, so today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the rules of Strega Fashion. They are not very complicated. The main rule of Strega Fashion is that you must dress the way you believe a witch dresses. And I think I mentioned that a little bit about that last week. And the whole reason this came about is because the creator of Strega Fashion, whose blog I will link below, really, I think, voiced the same kind of anxieties that a lot of us in the dark Mori community had because the dark Mori community and the Mori community were kind of like the precursor to Strega Fashion. That there were just too many rules, it was a little too constricting, and we all needed to be able to freeform and just kind of do what we wanted. So that's kind of where the one big only rule is you dress how you feel a witch would dress, which is great. The other two fashion styles that I mentioned, I will definitely be getting a little bit more into in the upcoming weeks, just because I think it's important to have a base understanding of these styles, and maybe you'll find that you like these better than just Strega Fashion and need more of a regimented way to buy clothing. I completely understand, but for me, creativity is the most important part of picking my wardrobe, and the most important part, I think we all have a sense of creativity in terms of our wardrobe. It doesn't matter if you only shop at Hollister and Abercrombie & Fitch, you still pick out certain items that appeal to your personal aesthetic, same way I pick out items that appeal to my personal aesthetic. And my aesthetic just happens to be like either really, really like fantasy or really, really grunge, so it kind of is really, it just depends, honestly. So, I digress. The whole reason I'm talking about rules is because I want everyone to understand that there really aren't any. Like, most people, when you look at the Strega tag, and I've seen this, and this has come up a lot, and it kind of is worrying me a little bit, I've seen people saying, oh, well, you know, or I've seen people like posting about it, not as frequently anymore, but just mainly because the tag has been a little quiet, but people are saying, oh, well, only skinny white girls are seeming to dress in this fashion, and I really want to put that aside. I know I'm very white passing, I am incredibly pale, and, but I just want to let everyone know I am half Puerto Rican at least, so I'm a biracial female. I don't consider myself like completely white because I'm not completely white. So I understand that I'm white passing and I get that. But I just want to let everyone understand this community, no matter where you are, no matter if you're disabled, no matter what your sexuality, what your gender identity is, it is open to everyone. It is whatever you believe a witch would look like. And that could, again, literally be anything. So, no matter, and this is your size, your race, I don't know if I said this before, I feel like I'm repeating myself. However, I just want everyone to know that they can be included in this. Oh, I'm spilling tea on myself, I'm sorry. I have my tea that my sweet mate gave me in my beautiful mug, and if this does not just give off my aesthetic, I don't know what does. But literally, I just want everyone to feel, because I know it was a huge issue that there was a lot of tension within the Mori community trying to fit in all these rules and being only able to buy from certain brands and being able to only wear a certain color palette, whereas I am wearing cream today. I don't, or like, I don't know, beige? What color is this? I should probably know. It's like a eggshell, ecru, like off-white, whatever. I don't know, it's pretentious. So, but the other day I was wearing all black, and I usually wear all black. Today I just happened to be like going somewhere. So that being said, I just wanted to put that down very firmly. A lot of the Mori girl rules, and I'm going to read a couple off just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. There's a list of like 62 different rules, including like you want to have leather bags, you like earmuffs, puff sleeves make you feel emotional. I don't really know what this means, but like one of the rules is fair skin. And in Japan, I think there's definitely a cultural difference between wanting fair skin, and that's a whole other thing that I'm not even going to get into because I don't know enough about it to be able to comment on it. But I have heard and I've seen a couple documentaries in which like the paler skin you have often signals more beauty, and I feel like that's just a beauty standard, unfortunately, around the world. So if you guys are looking into dark mori, if you're looking into mori, I highly suggest taking the rules with a grain of salt because there are quite a few. But I just want everyone to understand the only rule, no matter what anyone tells you, no one can police this community. There's a lot of, I think another reason this all came about is because in the goth community there are so many people who try to police young goths and baby bats and people who are new to the genre, the scene, to dress a certain way, or if you don't dress X way, you know, you're not a goth. But witches come in all shapes and sizes, and all of them are beautiful. And when I say witch is a gender neutral term. So if you are non-binary, if you are trans, if you're male, if you're whatever, wherever you may identify upon the gender spectrum, which is in this sense, and in most senses, is used as a gender neutral term. If you prefer to call yourself something else, that is totally fine. I'm just using that as, I just want to put that forward. In closing, there are definitely a whole bunch of substyles of Strega, and I can get into those if you'd like me to. There's just like people who, I know I kind of was really into the whole Swamp Witch thing after I watched Coven because I'm obsessed with Misty Day. I've seen like Space, I've seen people do Strega based off of like post-apocalyptic stuff. I know there's a user who, there's an airplane. There's a user who bases a lot of their clothing off of Kylo Ren from Star Wars, which is so cool to me because like I feel the aesthetic in him. He is a Strega kid in his heart, his deep black little emo heart. But that's basically it, and I think that's why I really like the fashion so much, is because you have such room for creativity. So just as just another final thing, there is definitely an overarching aesthetic when you look on the tags of Tumblr, on Instagram, for some of the people who dress in Strega fashion, and I would say for sure if you are inspired by it, for sure I would take inspiration from other Strega fashion wears. But if for whatever reason you feel that that doesn't fit your aesthetic, but you feel that, you know, this is how I think a witch would dress, and you post pictures, feel free to tag it Strega Fashion. Again, I'm not the gatekeeper, I'm not going to tell you what you can and can't do, I guess. But I just want to let everyone know this is a very open community, everyone is welcome, we all enjoy seeing each other's pictures and uplifting each other, and it's really a fabulous community. So yeah, that's basically all there is about rules. There's the lack of rules is the main rule. Like literally do whatever you want. You can do costume. I know I use a lot of Strega inspiration on my costume projects and like my personal aesthetic. So if you're a cosplayer, feel free to add stuff if you like to LARP. I play a lot of D&D because I'm a huge nerd, and all of my characters are based off of the aesthetics in Strega because not only are they like my favorite, but it helps me get into my character when I roleplay. So that being said, I hope everyone has a good day. I hope this video wasn't too rambly. I'm kind of like, I have a lot of stuff to do today as well as film, so I'm like trying to like not freak out, which is kind of embarrassing to say just because like I'm one of those like list oriented people and my schedule got a little disrupted. So I digress. I will talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, any other questions about the one rule that is dress like a witch, let me know and I will definitely see you guys next week. Alright, bye!